All right. So let me go ahead and clear it up, everybody. So somebody emailed me, because I leave my email attached to my YouTube page to, do business and things like that. So somebody emailed me and said, man, you've been speaking about Jesus Christ and you've been doing a lot of talking like that. What's up with that? So I want to break this down. I've always been a man of God. That's number one. Okay, that's number one. Two, with that being said, I'm just saying, like, I don't want people to get it twisted. We don't do all that drill rap and all that shoot 'em up, bang bang, and kill your own homie and all that. We don't do that kind of stuff. So that's kind of what I was trying to coexist with that conversation. Like, we not on dummy time, we not on ignorant time. So that's the whole point of that. Like, get right with Jesus. Okay, that's number one. Number two, a lot of people were saying, man, y'all some lyricists, y'all, I want to hear that trap dope boy stuff. I'm like, yeah, it's in there. Like, okay, put us on the same line of the Clips, Pusha T, Malice, and like Fat Joe them, and put us in that realm of rappers. We come from that. We ain't really with all the Chicago, New York drill. We're not on that type of time. We don't do music like that. We do gangster rap in our own way. So that's that. Thirdly, the page. So I've been getting questions about the brand, the B.L.U. Army brand, me trademarking the name and legitimate, like having paperwork and having paper, literally having business in the clothing line and everything like that. I've been getting a lot of talk about that. What's up with that? Well, look, bro, I'm rebranding. I'm not. Let me put it this way. I wasn't really a rapper. I was doing this because I love music. I love pop, rock, hip hop. I love opera. I love you name it. I'm there. I love music, every shape or form of music. Okay. My homeboy Mac was like, get back in the studio. And I'm like, I'm kind of done with this shit. I'm feeling like Andre. I ain't motivated. I don't see no need. These little niggas that fuck the game up. You know what I'm saying? I'm on that type of time. And then, he motivated me. And my thing is, when I go hard, I go hard. So I start putting all the money in behind it. I created this page, and start creating other business and things like that, branded it. I'm trying to take it serious, right? And over time, I happen to get a little better with my rap skills. So I'm like, okay, all right, I'm liking this now. The Apex Predator project. It was a horror book. It was not a project. And I said, with the situation with Jelly, that I'm gonna go ahead and make this a real thing. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna respond with a project. You know what I'm saying? Put a soundtrack to the book. Blueberry Hill. It was part of our clothing line thing. And then I told Mac and Pariah, go ahead and put a soundtrack to that. You know what I'm saying? Nightmares Break Reality. That was gonna be a comic book. And we decided to put a little soundtrack to that. So we about to get back in the lab and perfect this music. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we about to do. I was done with rap. I lost the most. I'ma always love music. Always. But me recording so far, I was pretty much done with it. What I have done outside of music was ran the streets. I had prostitutes. I was pimping. I was slinging dope. I was doing illegal activities. So when you ask me about what's up with this Christ talk, one thing I will say about Jelly, that's one thing she was. She did speak about Jesus on the regular. And that right there, I love that part. You understand what I'm saying? Because without Jesus, we're nothing. We can't do nothing without Jesus. And I was getting so comfortable with being in the streets, pitching, pimping, doing the stuff I was doing, being, the little gangster that I am. I was loving it. And I'm like, this ain't really the way, bro. This ain't the way. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the way. Now, I never put it in music like that, but even so, though, I did put it in my music, but not as ignorant as it could be, like some of these cats that really don't do it, that really don't live the lifestyle. I always tell cats, don't call yourself a pimp if you never had a prostitute. You can't call yourself a pimp if you never had a real prostitute, okay? So, with that being said, I was too deep off in it. I was having too much fun. And Jelly would tell you, I would always tell Jelly when we was in the studio, like, I would have a shit-eating grin, and I'm like, don't look at me. Because I'm like, you just don't know what I just did before I got here, what I'm about to do when I leave here. You know what I'm saying? I got a pocket full of cash. I'm balling out. I'm traveling state to state, cross-state pimping. You know what I'm saying? At the fanciest restaurants. You go through my shorts. You will see it on this page. Just go through my shorts. You will see what I was doing. And I was loving the lifestyle a little bit too much, and I was straying too far away from Jesus, if that makes sense. So when you ask me why so much about Jesus, that's why. That's why. Too much fun with the worldly ways and neglecting my father. This not spending time with my father, not giving him time out my day, not surrendering, not really being about Christ. Okay, so that's why I was good at the streets. I was good, not getting jammed up, not getting locked up, not going out like no sucker, not getting backdoored. The most backdoored I have got so far is what Jelly did to the page when she striked it on some little kid shit. But I was good at what I was doing. I was having so much fun doing it to where I'm like, bro, I do this. I can do this in my sleep. Shit, I can show you how to make 100,000 and put that money in the wall. I can show you that. It was too much fun. I had to stop. I was being reckless. I was being careless. Now, what I mean by that is I was fumbling Jesus. Not that I was being reckless and careless in real time. I was brilliant in that. I was smart. Nobody didn't know where I lived at. We would meet at a mutual open place. All that stuff. I was never a careless street guy. Never. And even with that, I always tell people, don't ever call me a street nigga. I'm not that. I always tell people that. I used to say, yeah, I'm a gangster, but don't ever call me a street nigga. That's one thing that I'm not. I didn't never like that term. I always felt like that was for dirty niggas that like to get high and wear the same drawers 7 days a week and don't take showers and shit like that. Like, I ain't no street nigga. I'm a businessman. You know what I'm saying? A classy gangster. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt that I was. But at the same time, I'm like, I need to get right with Christ. Not that I ever forgot about him, but my relationship could have been stronger. It could have been better than what it was. And so that's what I'm doing here. So yeah, do I still do gangster music? Yeah, but in a different way. Do I still talk with swag and stuff like that? Yeah, but in a different way. I would never tell nobody to do something that I wouldn't do. I would never tell somebody to go hurt somebody. I would never tell nobody to go take some drugs that I wouldn't take. We don't promote hurting people. We don't promote violence. If you actually listen to our gangster rap, it's more so in self-defense. If you run up on me, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Don't make me have to blah, blah. We ain't never just saying, yeah. Like all that, oh, we got ops. We don't got no ops, bro. We got options. We too grown to have ops. So I'm sorry for all you little Dirk fans, NBA young boy, little kid mindsets. We don't make that kind of music, bro. I'm sorry. We make mature, grown, classy gangster rap. Thanks for listening, man. I'm done talking, man. Video up next, man. I'll catch y'all later. UFO, let's go.